For many years, I have always wanted to visit the beautiful Newfoundland. Today, my dream has finally come true. Newfoundland and Labrador form the most easterly province of Canada. St. John's is the capital, situated on the Atlantic coast of Newfoundland Island. Its harbor was settled by the British in the 17th century. St. John's is surrounded by mountains and the sea. The scenery is breathtaking. Signal Hill overlooks the city of St. John's. In 1901, Guglielmo Marconi received the first transatlantic wireless message on Signal Hill. Cabot Tower on Signal Hill was built in 1898 to commemorate John Cabot's discovery of Newfoundland. Near Signal Hill, there were still some relics left by early European settlers. The Rooms is a cultural facility. It houses the art gallery, the archives, and the Museum of Newfoundland and Labrador. Newfoundland was once a British colony and then a dominion of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. It became the 10th and the last province to join Canada on March 31, 1949. The museum showcases the history of the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, especially its development from fishing villages in the old days to today's growing dynamic province. The Basilica Cathedral of St. John the Baptist is the Metropolitan Cathedral of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of St. John's. It was the largest building project to its dates in Newfoundland history. The project started in 1839 and was completed in 1855. It was once the largest church building in North America. It is still the second largest church in Canada. The cathedral is one of the few buildings of St. John's that survived the fire of 1892. Cape Spear is a headland near St. John's on the Avalon Peninsula. Cape Spear is located at 52 degrees 37 west longitude, and it's the easternmost point of Canada and North America, except Greenland. The Cape Spear Lighthouse at this strategic location was built in 1836 on the rocky eastern coast near the entrance to St. John's Harbor. The original lighthouse was in continuous operation from 1836 to 1955. The original lighthouse is the oldest surviving lighthouse in Newfoundland. With great interest, We visited the lighthouse and the residence of the lighthouse keepers, and learned about their lives as they guarded the lighthouse back then. The current concrete lighthouse was built in 1955, and it replaced the original lighthouse. This is the St. John's port. Containers are waiting to be transported. From here, we can see the sea in the distance. St. John's George Street and this section of Water Street are famous for their numerous bars, pubs, and restaurants. People like to come here to have a drink and enjoy food. Like everyone else, we also come here to taste some delicious seafood and the well-known Newfoundland iceberg beer. Cheers! Another landmark of St. John's is its colorful row houses. People call them Jelly Bean Row. These houses make people feel that this city is always in the colorful spring. St. John's not only has colorful houses, but also nice people. During our trip, we met some very friendly Newfoundlanders who helped us on different occasions. Here, we would like to thank them again. Today, we drove to Bonavista, which is more than 300 kilometers away from St. John's. Before reaching Cape Bonavista, we passed by Dungeon Provincial Park. The park is located on a cliff on the coast. The water slaps against the rocks on the shore, stirring up white waves. Some wild horses graze leisurely on the shore. The Cape Bonavista Lighthouse operated from 1843 to 1962. It's quiet here today. Sightseeing boats are touring along the seashore. The seabirds on the reef are flying around. Leaving Cape Bonavista, we go to see Matthew Legacy, a historic ship. The imitation ship is not in the water. It is placed indoor for people to visit. In 1497, a small wooden ship called the Matthew set sail from England for the Far East. On board was the Italian explorer John Cabot with a crew of around 20 men. Within 6 weeks, they made landfall. They landed, not as intended in the fabled land of Cathay, but on the shores of the New World. Here, their discovery changed the course of history. After saying goodbye to the Matthew Legacy, we stroll in the fishing village near Bonavista town. Today, we will go fishing with Captain Kevin and his partner Tony. The sun is shining and the sea is calm. This is a perfect fishing day. Captain drives the boat into the waters where there is fish. Tony shows everyone the fishing technique.
When you get down, you might slack a little bit, just take the slack out, and then you jig the boat.
We all are learning to fish. Soon, everyone starts catching fish, big and small. Some of us are even catching 2 fish at a time. Seagulls are flying around the boat, waiting for their ready-made food. A small sunfish has also come to join in the fun. Filled with excitement and joy, we return to the pier. Captain has personally made fried fish and chips for us. It is so delicious. We are eating while listening to some amazing stories told by the captain.
In this case, you can just see it spouting back in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Is that right? Well, and again.
Our unforgettable trip is over. Newfoundland is more beautiful and charming than what we saw on TV. Goodbye, St. John's. Goodbye, Newfoundland.